Welcome back, everyone. Today we are taking a look at the combat in Under a Rock, which is a new and upcoming survival crafting building game that I have been looking forward to for quite some time now. And I've actually posted a few videos a while back on this channel taking a look at the building and at some of the other mechanics in this game. But today we get to take a look at some previews and sneak peeks of the combat in Under a Rock. And before we get started, I also wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you to the developers of Under a Rock, Nordic Trolls. They are taking the time to join us today in the chat and also possibly answer some additional questions that any of you live viewers might have about the game. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us today. And without further ado, let's jump in. So yeah, Under a Rock just released their little previews, a little trailer preview for some combat. And then also, whether it was one of the devs or someone from their marketing team sent me like a little extra piece of footage through Google Drive to check out. Just some more stuff content related when it comes to the combat. So this should be very exciting. But let me pull up, first of all, the combat trailer. This is the trailer, the little combat trailer that they have on their YouTube channel. Yeah, the graphics in this game are just awesome. Such a fun game style here. Isla Nugget. Such a vibe. Yeah, I love the Dodo song, right? So great. Yeah. So we got bows, dodge rolling, tons of attacks, jump attacks, the axes, every kind of thing. And I love the little like fluidness of it, the way the creatures are just bouncing all over the place. It is crazy. The troll. Yeah, it actually looks really smooth. Yeah. Little dodos exploding. So I thought the dodos were friendly, or maybe you gotta tame them first. Interesting. Because I know a big thing about this game was their whole AI system with the creatures and stuff. Kind of remembering how you treat them. And I think so I'm not sure, if like dodos, if certain creatures remain passive, but then if you decide to engage them, they'll kind of remember that about you, and you gotta like make peace with them, start taming creatures, because I know you can like ride them, all kinds of crazy stuff in this game. I'm really curious to see how these mechanics play out. But yeah, it's looking good. Yeah. God, yeah, I love the song and everything. Super well done. Nordic Trolls accidentally poked one with the stick. See, that's what I was kind of figured out. I'm like, if there's some of them might be just like, bad guys, so to speak, like the big trolls and I don't know. I mean, to tame a troll for your base, I haven't seen that yet in a preview for this game. I've seen a lot of the little animals and mounts and things like that. I know we can, probably tame dodos and stuff along those lines. But yeah, it sounds like they could not be friendly if you accidentally go and poke them with a stick. Yep, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, it sounds really cool. Haven't seen anything about this game yet. Keep hearing about it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, the building seems top-notch. Graphics are really cool. Everything being done in Unreal Engine 5 with Nanite and Lumen and all that good stuff. To be able to have, great performance and things. I think that's one of the things about a lot of survival games currently that I'm playing is like Unreal Engine 5 is kind of on the brink of getting into a lot of games. But a lot of them are done with other engines and stuff at the moment. And when it comes to building games and stuff, like having the render distance and all of that is just something I'm really excited for. And I know some people, this game's like really cutesy and stuff, but like it's got a lot of mechanics. It's got a lot of in-depth stuff, and they're working really hard on this one. And yeah, I think that as something that's like a little more fun and lighthearted and whatnot. I do a lot of like heavier, more serious, like Viking style games on the channel or other things. Like, I can't wait for a chill, tropical island survival game to come out. A little bit of water and other stuff like that. Yeah, I love the art style. Looks like a Disney DreamWorks movie come to life, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, it's pretty cool. So that is their like sort of a official little video on the channel. Yeah, it really does look great. Yeah. But now I want to check out, they sent me another clip. Just kind of some further stuff with the combat. So there's the trailer with the vibe. Dodo. That was great. Yeah, I can't wait for this game, right? So I've been kind of following it for quite a while. Sort of in the back of my head, I know it's taken a while, but it's also a smaller dev team than most, and it seems like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like you guys really have a passion about this game. Yeah, Verkar and Nordic Trolls. Because yeah, the stuff you've been posting, like in screenshots and stuff, all the seasons, like based on what you've been sharing so far about it, and I appreciate all the little clips and screenshots and stuff, kind of keeping us updated. Yeah, it just seems like you're really, really invested in a really great game. Not cutting a lot of corners, not trying to rush it. It may be a bit, but and I know tons of people, of course, want to know a release date. There is no actual release date yet for this game. My speculation is, maybe sometime next year, possibly like, alphas or betas maybe at the end of this year. Yeah, 4-person team. Yeah. So this is actually really impressive for that. I definitely congratulate you guys for all the work and stuff. Obviously haven't checked out the game, for real yet, but everything we see so far, yeah, it seems really cool. I mean, having the seasons, the biome concepts, all the game mechanics. I mean, we know, yeah, grappling, gliding, all the AI and enemies and mobs and building, and it's like got a lot of stuff. And the trailer looked great too. Yeah, graphics, all the water and stuff. It's like I love what you guys are doing. Yeah. So here's some other caveman Minecraft. And we can build in caves too, or some, inhabit them. Got to drive out the enemies that live there first though. But yeah, this cave's gonna be fun. So here's just another little look at some stuff. See, here we go, right off the bat. There's a house inside of a cave. Someone's inhabited it there. Yeah, just the amount of decoration and building. All kinds of cool stuff. The UI looks great. Getting to see a little more of that. Pet Rocco. Interesting. Kind of increasing capacity there. Yeah, we're getting to see a lot of cool stuff about this game recently, though. This is super exciting. Yeah, please have some good clutter for decorating, right? I think this is gonna be one of those games. Yeah. And like, it feels grounded, at least by like watching it, the movement and stuff. Yeah, devs confirmed, lots of clutter. Oh, interesting. We got a troll over there, or maybe troll. There's probably like a specific name for them. Oh wow, over 500 assets and counting. You think, oh my gosh, that is awesome to hear. Yeah. Need to rename Chisel Server to the Clutter Goblins. Yeah, Euclid, good question. Who is the composer? Or, and kind of doing some of the music stuff. Maybe Nordic Trolls could answer that if they're in the chat. Yeah, it does seem to be a large spectrum of survival now. Yeah, from cartoonish, light, deeply dark, yeah, horror, right? All kinds of stuff. So interesting. We kind of have them like combating with each other here. Now you run in and poke them with a stick. They're not going to be so happy. We got parrying, all kinds of stuff. Dang. It does look pretty fluid, gotta say. Yeah. I just love this. Getting a lot of deep dive here for the combat. Noy Ortez, Perez, and yourself for the Dodo song. That is awesome. Yeah, that death animation. Right? It is looking good. I think in a lot of survival games that like, I've gotten some keys to some others that are like, really small, maybe one or two devs and stuff. I always like checking out stuff just to kind of give them recognition and things like that. But I think one of the biggest things that lacks in survival games is the combat. I think they, and especially even early access, sometimes that's to be, expected. But I think that's one of the reasons I've loved Valheim and Enshrouded and games where combat actually feels decent, right? It's not like you can jump places, you can roll, you can parry, you can actually do stuff. And it doesn't just feel like stupidly clunky with your character sort of like floating in the air, like nothing feels right. You can't time stuff right. It like takes away from just the fun fluidity. And I think this game, like based on seeing this, it looks pretty good. Yeah, all the animations look great, right? Yeah. Like you can move, it's nice. Got the shield, parry, yep. Yeah, great animations for sure. AK is not Arc. Yeah, still love Arc, needs some animation work, right? So it also looks like, maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but damage specific, like depending, headshots versus body shots, kinds of things like that. Yeah, courtesy of MLC Studio. Great group of animators. That's awesome. Yeah. Soundscaping is on point from the team. Yeah, exactly. Great sound design, great combat, animations, great world. Like, it's very colorful, very saturated and vibrant, but like that's totally the tropical island vibe. Yeah, and we got the skills, leveling up bows, probably clubs, all kinds of things. We got to see a little bit of that also in some of the build, like sneak peeks and all. Yeah, this is looking cool. Get to throw the spear too. That is really cool. Wait, do you just get like an infinite spear? Or wait, did they have multiple spears? Oh no, they had a few, I think. They're like, yeah, there's just stuck 3 spears in this thing, and it keeps the animation of the spear being stuck into the thing. But yeah, an auto pickup, yeah, all kinds of quality of life stuff. It looks like these guys are focusing on. Yeah, check it out. It's still keeping all the spears in its face. It just like kind of dove into the ground and brushed some of them off and stuff. Yeah, evolution of the porcupine. Yeah, so this is interesting. Yeah, we've got the whole like stagger bar below it, everything like that. Yeah, the base building Euclid in this game, really, really good. That was one of the biggest things that like, sort of got me hooked about it. It's like, I don't think there's going to be like terraforming or things the way there is in like Valheim or Enshrouded, but the amount of pieces you can work with and clutter and stuff, devs confirming over 500 assets to be able to use it just right now that they're already, having. It's not even early access yet. Yeah, base building, it's incredible. Not a lot of people know about this game, but I think it's really well done, so I've wanted to give it a little bit of attention on the channel. And they released some combat showcase. Yeah, definitely. So it's damage specific, like depending on where you hit on the enemy. Yeah, hopefully furniture is interactive, not just decorative. Yeah. So I know there's going to be comfort bonuses and things, but maybe if the devs are still around, they could speak a little to that. I don't know. Trying to squeeze as much out of you guys as possible. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. This is really looking good. So the trolls are definitely slower. Yeah. Sold. When can you download early access? We don't know entirely just yet. Don't know entirely, but I'll keep you guys updated as I know more. Yep. They're not quite ready to share a date yet, but they've created like an alpha channel in their Discord, so the time is nearing. We may start seeing some more come into the surface about it. But I would guess it's closer than we think at this point. Probably not end of this year for early access, but we might start seeing alphas and betas at the end of this year. Yeah, will the game have different difficulties? Yeah, these are all really great questions. I think it might. And there's also like the whole concept of, if you choose to go and aggro a bunch of enemies, make it a little harder for yourselves or tame a bunch of enemies. I'm sure maybe like with their whole AI creature system, stuff might be able to fight for you and things. And like, I really am curious to see how the gameplay of this goes, but it might even be a thing where you could sort of like create your own difficulty in the game depending on the choices you make. Could be interesting. Going to be comfort bonuses, but currently rethinking that part a bit after we removed all stamina stuff. No stamina is just so sweet. Yeah, interesting. This is gonna be. I'm really stoked. I'm really stoked to hop in. Very different and nice, and like you wonder like how's it? Yeah. So it does look like kind of unique or sort of cutting things out that are kind of classic among survival games just for like quality of life stuff. It seems like you guys are really focusing on that. And that's definitely cool to see. Okay, Brakar sent me the Under Rock Mounts teaser, Unreal Engine. Let me pull this up. Yep, remember seeing this. I don't think I checked it out on the video though. I might have used some footage one of my videos a while ago. But let me pull this up for you guys to see. Yeah, since a lot of people are asking about the mounts, definitely really cool. All right. Yeah, base visibility can be seen across the map in Under a Rock. Thanks to nanite stuff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because you guys are doing that and Lumen and things. Yeah, super, super excited. Yeah, all kinds of stuff that you can ride. Ride the dodo and fly? Yeah. Definitely. Super cool. Oh, they don't fly. They fall with style, right? Because you're a little heavy for a dodo. Okay. Are there going to be flying mounts at all? I know there's the whole glider and other concepts there, so maybe that kind of might take the place of some of it. Interesting though. That is cool. So, but you can obviously run on the ground with the dodos and everything else, and be able to basically just run off a cliff and fall with style. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, gravity works. Right. Yeah, oh yeah. Probably lots of the different mounts will have different pros and cons, I'm sure. There's going to be a lot related to that. Yeah, they're really developing the whole mounts and tames and creature system in this game. Be interesting. Yeah, time to set up racetracks. Yeah, different biomes it seems, right? Right? We've seen some like volcano stuff in the distance, some more like swampy style stuff, right out by the beach. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I want to ride a saber-toothed tiger. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna be able to tame or ride or be able to do. I feel like the dodos are probably playing a big part in this game. It's kind of like on the home screen for the game and the thing, and swimming combat? No way. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Devs confirmed swimming combat. Because I know there's swimming mechanics that looked really great when we were kind of checking those out in the last video. But swimming combat too and all that is super cool. Any farming? Yeah, that's a good question. We haven't seen a whole lot of that. We've seen like a lot of like picking up resources and plants and other things. But I would imagine so, at least with like, garden beds or things along those lines. Farming is planned, but not implemented yet. Okay, but very much planned. Same with fishing. Awesome. Okay. So we saw there was a little sneak peek in one of the images from a while ago that there was a boat on the shore of this thing, but we haven't gotten to see anything like related to sailing or things. I'm guessing though with an island game, I don't know if I could squeeze that out of you devs. Since we saw the image of a boat on a dock, I don't know, is that decorative or is there going to be sailing and stuff? But yeah, an island base could probably be done. I don't know what their plan is for having other little islands. I mean, maybe there's going to be like little islands within like inland lakes or ponds. I don't know what their plan is for having islands like externally, because the whole game takes place on a on like an island, right? You crash land on this like tropical island. So I'm not sure if there'll be like other surrounding islands or again the whole sailing concept, right? Oh, there you go. There is a main island and lots of other small islands around. There we go. Yeah. So it looks like with that concept, there'll either be mounts or boats, or we know there's the swimming and stuff like that. Over 4 billion islands to explore, like for because of the procedural generation. Um, or is that like yeah, because I know this game was procedural in terms of like different possibilities for generation. Yeah, that's really incredible though. Yeah, interesting. 4 billion. Hopefully, it doesn't suffer from the Starfield empty space problem. So far, I don't get that feeling from Under a Rock. Um, but that is an interesting thing to sort of take note of. Yeah, that's one thing about procedural generation that can become a downside sometimes. But from what it looks like, I mean, their whole like cave system that's just like part of the world too. The fact that you can build in caves, and it seems like they've got a lot of procedural mechanics and stuff down. Man, our own procedural system, because we dislike boring procedural systems too. Hopefully, we'll pull it off. That is super cool. Yeah. Yeah, after midnight, where the devs are. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to stop by, and maybe I'll turn it into a little video and post it again. But I appreciate you guys coming by, answering some questions, and again for allowing me to check out the game and everything. Definitely looking super great, and super stoked with the building now, and then got the combat sneak peeks and stuff, along with a lot of other things. That will probably remain little sneak peeks and things until more time goes on. Because yeah, I'm sure there's a lot with this game based on what we've seen, what they've sort of given us so far. Yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by, Nordic Trolls, Brakar. Appreciate you all. Yeah, have a great rest of your night. And yeah, can't wait to keep seeing the updates on this. Definitely super excited to see where it goes.